Welcome back to another pick a card reading. Hello, if you're here for the first time, it's so lovely to meet you. So today's reading is what do their friends think about you? This reading was actually a suggestion. I'm so sorry, I can't remember who suggested it. But yeah, this reading was a suggestion. Thank you so much for suggesting it. Sorry for forgetting who suggested it. But yeah, I was actually doing a reading yesterday. What do they tell their family and friends about you? And then while I was doing that reading, I actually got the suggestion for this reading. So yeah, so thank you. We have 3 groups today. 1, 2, 3. What do their friends think about you? Okay. And I shall see you guys in your readings. Hey there, group 1. If you chose this here rock, then this reading is for you. Okay, so the person on your mind, what do they tell their friends about you? No, gosh. What do their friends think about you? What do their friends think about you? Okay. So the first card we have is the Devil reversed. So maybe this person's friends think that you are kind of making some healthy changes in your life, releasing maybe certain, addictions, whatever that may be, maybe adopting a more healthier lifestyle. I'm hearing that their friends could think that you're freeing yourself, because the Devil in the upright does signify, bondage, control, like possession, possessiveness. Like, either if you feel like you had those qualities, but you're kind of working on that, then their friends acknowledge that and they see that and they think that you're changing, and they think that you're making healthier choices for yourself. So whether this is allowing outside negativity to interrupt you, or being more discerning with your own like maybe holding yourself accountable for certain things. So it depends, but whatever it is for you, this person's friends thinks that you are healing, and that maybe that you're setting healthy boundaries as well. Maybe that you're releasing addictions, releasing health issues. Maybe your health is improving. Maybe releasing control issues for some of you. We have the 5 of Swords reversed. So yeah, I feel like this person's friends, they think that you are not wanting any ag. Like, they don't feel like you are someone who wants any. I don't know, I'm thinking if I should just get all these cards out, but I'm kind of liking reading it one by one, so I think I'll do that and then I'll just read it together. I should probably get them all out, actually. I don't know. Okay, so your person, the person you're thinking about, asking about, sorry, their friends that think that you are, maybe someone who either doesn't handle conflict well, or you're just someone who doesn't want it. Like, you're not interested in having conflict in your life. You rather make compromises, you rather seek a peaceful solution. But it seems that, this person's friends, they definitely see you as someone who, I don't know, I want to say a good person, like they see you as someone who is a good person. Like, maybe you're someone who walks away from conflict. Maybe you've recently walked away from something that could be perceived as negative, controlling, addictive, but it's like they see you kind of just making healthy choices. They see you, it's like they see you choosing peace. Like, they think you're someone who either chooses peace in general, or in regards to a certain situation, maybe a situation between, your person and their friend. Like, they feel like you're choosing peace in regards to something to do with that. Or it could be that they just think you're someone who, leans towards peace in general. But for some of you, they could feel like you are maybe slightly timid. I don't feel like that's for the majority of you, because I do feel like the honestly the natural vibe I'm getting so far, like without even looking at the other cards, is that this person's friends, they actually think quite highly of you. Like they think that you're quite smart. I'm hearing chill as well, like kind of chilled out, like just making positive changes for yourself in your life, especially in regards to your mental and physical well-being. So we have the Four of Swords. So we have Five of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, so they think you're quite peaceful. They think you're someone who is healing at this moment in time. Like maybe you've recently walked away from a conflicting situation, a situation where maybe someone was trying to control you, a situation where it just felt like you constantly had to fight. Like maybe you can't like constantly felt on guard. But it seems like this person's friends, they think that they feel like you're someone who's super chilled out. They could feel like you enjoy meditation or like yoga, like holistic kind of stuff. They could feel like you're into like spirituality. Um, like I'm hearing like holistic remedies for some of you. For others of you though, they could feel like you're quite quiet. For some of you, they feel like you're quiet. Maybe they feel like they don't know much about you. Because with that Four of Swords, it's like about going inwards. Maybe you're someone who is able to go, okay, this person's friends see you as someone who's healing. Okay, maybe you had to go inwards to do that. Um, Maybe you had to, create a space for yourself to do that. So whether that means cutting off their friend, your person, in order for you to find that peace. But it seems like this person's friends, they really see you as someone who is either currently or is just doing what's best for you. So it's like their family, I mean, their friends, like they think, they don't think you're someone who is quiet or shy or introverted in a way. They don't think that, but it's like they think that maybe you're someone who needs space and you're someone who seeks peace. Like for some of you, this person's friends think you're very, I want to say smart, but it's like more so aware. It could be aware and smart, like maybe you have this self-awareness about you. And even though that we don't have any cards here signifying admiration, I do feel like they admire you. Like maybe not put you on a pedestal, admire you, but they admire you. And the reason why I say not put you on a pedestal is because I don't like to like I don't know if the word is romanticize my readings, but like I don't want it to seem like all airy fairy. Um but for some of you, maybe they could put you on a pedestal, but I don't feel like that's the case for majority of you. It's just that they think very highly of you. It's like they see you as someone who's doing what's best for you. So nice. So we have Nine of Cups. That is the Nine of Cups, right? Yeah, we have Nine of Cups and we have the Fool. Nice. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is like, I don't know if this is an ending or just a change, or it could just be how they see you. They see you as someone who's healthy, makes healthy decisions, yada, 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 as I've been saying, this reading. Or for others of you, they could think that if any of you have like separated from their friend, the person you're asking about, if any of you have separated from them, then it is possible that they feel like you're doing better off without them. Like they feel like you're definitely doing better off without their friend. Like wait, let me just ask if I should say this. Yeah, so I feel for some of you, this person's friends think that you've made a lucky escape. For some of you, I'm not gonna lie. They're like, what was you doing with that person in the first place? And it's because I don't know. I feel like that's the case for some of you. Like I'm hearing like this, you were way too good for them in the first place. And it's like I wouldn't say that because they're my friend, but yeah, you were too good for them. Like, and I'm like, if any of you are separated from this person, then I feel like their friends are happy. Maybe, yeah, they're very, like, I would say they're low-key happy or just pleased that you was able to kind of break free from a potentially, toxic or negative or, kind of draining and controlling situation. Like, I feel like it's like I'm getting this kind of sense of relief almost, that this person's friends are feeling or thinking in regards to you and, this the connection you're asking about. So yeah, their friends do think that you're, either healing right now or just, someone who's seeking peace. They see you as someone who is fulfilled, though. They see you as someone who is whole, who is fulfilled on their own. They do feel like, even though there's no endings being signified here, it's like this person's friends think that you. I want to say that they feel like you have maybe a new beginning ahead of you. And I hate just saying new beginning, but but yeah, they do feel like you are currently embracing a fresh start. They feel like you're someone who's quite youthful, free spirited. Like, I'm just kind of really getting a chilled, I'm like, you're chilled as fuck kind of energy. That's what their friends think about you. They think that you are super chill. And like, if you are someone who makes compromises, if you are someone who rather, I choose peace instead of war, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, I would be I would be very shocked if one of their friends didn't actually like you. Like, I'm not gonna say romantic like you, but I do feel like they like you. Like, maybe, like, I don't know if any of you had significant connections with this person in the past, the person you're asking about. I feel for some of you, they can see you as their friend. It's like they like you, like they don't want to, say bad things about your relationship or connection with the person you're asking about, but it's like at the same time it's like they like you as a friend, like a little brother or sister, or like do you know that kind of love you just kind of build, get for some people, even if you don't even know them like that well. But yeah, I feel yeah, like this person's friends, they feel like you're super fulfilled, maybe on your own. Like, if any of you are embracing your singlehood right now, this person's friends think that you are um I feel like their friends think that you're a catch. Like, that's what it is. Like, for some of you, this person's friends think you are a catch, you know? They feel like you're very beautiful, youthful. I'm hearing cute. So for some of you, their friends could think that you're quite cute. But yeah, they definitely feel like you are optimistic about your life. It's like, I don't know if you've kind of pulled yourself out of a very, tough, toxic, or draining situation, but it's like they see you kind of moving on into better ground. We kind of go from this dark kind of energy to this limbo, this stalemate, right? Into this really peaceful, optimistic kind of energy. So it's like this person's friends think that you've been through a cycle almost, and they feel like you're due a fresh start, or that you're currently embracing a fresh start. They feel like you're someone who's very fun, spontaneous, you're not afraid to take a risk. For some of them, their friends think you are a dream, like you're a catch, you're a dream girl, dream boy, in some regards, especially in their perspective. It's like, why would you even treat this person like that? Like, this person is gold. Like, why would you do that? Um, I don't know. This is so weird. I'm hearing you fucked up on that one, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Someone wanted to say that. I don't know. But yeah, but for some of you, their friends think that they messed up. Like, especially if you guys are currently like in a separation, or if you are asking about someone who is from your past, whether that's like 2 days ago past, or 2 months ago past, doesn't really matter. But yes. Okay, that's better. Wait, no. Ugh, I just hate when things are lopsided. It's so annoying. Anyways, So what do the friends think about you? We have gift. So this person's friends, they think you're a gift. You know, they do feel like you are, you know, I want to say they feel like you're a wish fulfillment, but I'm just going to say that they do see you as like an idol. Like they see you as a catch, you know, an idol kind of mate. uh, if any of you kind of gifted, for some of you, they think you're generous. You know, they think you're very generous, very kind. They feel like you have a good heart. Like that's what it is. Like they feel like you have such a pure, like good, your intentions are good. Like they feel like you are a dope person. Like they feel like you are honestly quite lovely, you know? Like a good, generous, kind of kind, loving, optimistic, self-aware, you know, person. Wow, okay. So we have here school. So for some of you, they could feel like you're quite intelligent. If any of you are studying or going to school at the moment, they could feel like the subject you are studying right now is quite awesome. For some of you, they feel like you have been through, you know, their friends think that you have kind of gone through a lot of tests in your life, you know, maybe like a lot of trials. And, you know, this person just feels like whatever you've been through in the past, like it's made you smarter, it's made you wiser, you know. And yeah, for some of you, they feel like you're intelligent, always learning. Maybe you're someone who's quite studious, maybe as well. But they feel like you're always learning, you're always growing, and that you have so much potential ahead of you, you know? So we have money. Yeah, so for some of you, their friends could potentially think that you're quite wealthy or that you're good with money in some way, maybe good at saving, or maybe you're good at cultivating money for yourself. Maybe you're about the shmoney. No, I'm joking. Okay, so maybe some of you are focused on building your finances, your wealth right now, and their friends maybe admire that about you. But it's like this person's friends, they think that you have, it's like before, like I'm not saying you didn't know yourself before, but it's like that in their friend's perspective, it's like you were uncertain, you didn't know something. But it's like now they see you as someone who's discovering your true power. It's like before, it's like, yeah, I know I'm magical, I know I'm dope, but it's like whatever. But it's like now they see you as like, I'm powerful, I'm awesome. Like they see you as so much stronger than before, if that makes sense. Okay. But it's not like they saw you as weak before or anything like that. All right. We have transformation, of course. This person's friends think you are going through a massive transformation, making healthier choices for yourself. Yeah, we have here concealed power. Like, if you hid your power before, if you kind of made yourself a little bit smaller to make someone else feel a bit better, it's like this person, like, it doesn't even have to be like that. It could be along those lines, you know, but it's like this person's friends, they think that you have come to like this realization, this revelation in your life, in your mindset, you know, and it's kind of opened up this, it's like the only way I can explain this is through like Dragon Ball terminology. um but yeah, they feel like you have elevated, okay? Like they feel like you have come to this realization. It's like, I'm going to use that example again, but it's like before maybe you didn't realize how dope you were, but it's like now you're realizing how fucking awesome you are. And this person's friends see that, or they're acknowledging that, you know? And they really do feel like you're transforming and kind of giving new, like a new life, a new lease of life to yourself, if that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, that's all I have for you, group one. I hope this reading made sense for you, your situation, and I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys. Okay, so take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, group two, welcome to your reading. If you chose this rock, It's so beautiful. Yeah, if you chose this one, then this reading is for you. Welcome. Hope you all doing very well. So the person on your mind, what do their friends think about you? Wow. Okay. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Fossil. Oh my god. So we have Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So straight away, I feel like this person's friends feel like they think that you're cultivating some sort of wealth, new beginning. Maybe you're currently investing in something. Like this could be a passion, a project, it could be a new business for some of you. But it's like this person's friends, they think that you're learning, growing. Like these both symbolize growth. Like this symbolizes growth more so in terms of, your manifestations perhaps. And this one is all about new beginnings, investments, a new source of income. So maybe for some of you, they feel like their friends think that you are either just kind of starting fresh in life, maybe starting again, maybe got a new job, new uni, new college for some of you, new workplace. But for others of you, it's like this person sees you as maybe manifesting maybe your dream job or like an ideal lifestyle for you or wealth. I don't know. But yeah, let's get the rest of these cards out. We have the Magician reversed. Knight of Wands upright. And we also have the Three of Swords reversed. Okay, so yeah, I'm good about that. Okay, so what do their friends think about you? So I'm hearing for some of you that this person's friends, they think that you make smart moves. They feel like you make smart decisions in some regards. Like they feel like you're quite playful. They feel like you had this innocence to you. They feel like you're someone who is determined, action oriented. If you want something, I'm gonna go get it, They feel like you're someone who's quite smart. Like they feel like you're someone who is incredibly knowledgeable. I'm even hearing resourceful. So for some of you, their friends do think that you are someone who is an asset. Honestly, like they see you as someone who is an asset, or they think of you as an asset, as someone who has a lot to offer. I feel like, I don't know if this is in regards to, I feel like this is in regards to resources. I mean, it could be in regards to resources. They could feel like you're someone who's quite down to earth as well. But at the same time, I'm hearing a fighter. Like for some of you, this person's friends, they think you are a fighter. They feel like you're very determined, motivated, action oriented, passionate as well. Like they feel like you are driven by your passion, maybe. Because we do have the Page of Pentacles, and that does signify, manifestations, good news. They think, for some of you, this person's friends maybe thinks that you have recently had some really good news in regards to your finances or your wealth. It's a bit weird. I don't know if our friends like in each other's like, I don't know, purses like that. I don't know. But yeah. So for some of you, yeah, they could feel like maybe you had just like received good news about a job, new job, like a new source of income in some regards. But yeah, they could also just feel like you're super chilled out, down to earth. Like that's why we could have this earth energy here. But it's like a good opportunity. Their friends see you as a good opportunity. Yeah, they see you as a good opportunity. But yeah, they see you as someone who's quite powerful, someone who's really playful though, someone who has options, someone who is exploring their options. It's like you're not just sticking to one path. It's like instead you're exploring a lot of different paths. But for others of you, like their friends maybe think you're, self-employed or, maybe starting again. starting again in life for some of you. But yeah, they see you as healing though. So whether that be healing from their friend or just healing from, life in general, um, yeah, they think you're healing. Honestly, they also think you're quite charming. Maybe like you have a very pleasant face. Yeah, I don't know if any of you are Leos or like Tauruses or like Libras, but yeah, I feel like they think you have a very like pleasant like I don't know. I feel like that when they're I don't know. I don't know if it's like this person you're asking about or the friends, but they think that you have a cute, like sweet, like a very attractive face that makes them smile. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting that feeling that your face makes someone smile, okay? So whether it be the person you're asking about or the friends that you're asking about, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of both, who knows? For others of you though, they do feel like you are someone who is very controlled of yourself. It's like I'm hearing you don't let yourself slip, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. But yeah, they do feel like you're someone who is quite controlled. What? Maybe overly controlled in some regards, okay? They see you as someone who's quite powerful, but it's like they see you as someone who's quite powerful, and I'm kind of getting the message that you could be a lion or a tiger. Like you could be at the top of your game. I don't know if any of you have just like restarted in life or like I don't know, studying or work, relocating even, um maybe a new position. But it's like this person's friends, sorry, they think of you as incredibly like powerful, but maybe that you don't use your power efficiently, in their perspective. But yeah, they feel like you're quite smart, knowledgeable. I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry. Okay, so for some of you, to like be real, like for some of you, this person's friends, they do think that you're a player. They do think that you maybe are not looking to settle down right now, that you're kind of still playing the field, so to speak. They could also think that you're maybe a little bit manipulative, like maybe you have a certain power over their friend, and they potentially feel like you abuse that power, okay, for some of you. Um, yeah, let me see if there's any more messages in these here cards. I feel like if I continue reading these tarot cards, then I'm just literally going to be repeating myself. Um, do you know what I'm hearing? Opportunist. So for some of you, this person's friends, do you think you're an opportunist? Like maybe, I don't know. It could be different ways. It could be career opportunist. Like opportunist doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, it just depends on your intentions. Like, you know. Um, so yeah, for some of you, their friends do feel like you are a little manipulative. I'm hearing like you would do whatever it takes to maybe get what you want for some of you. So yeah, we have purse, pursue your true wealth. So for some of you, their friends do believe that you are pursuing your true wealth. Like for some of you, it's like their friends think that like your priority, your top goal is money. So it just depends on your intentions, like whether you plan on finessing someone else out of their money. Because with the magician, I do think of someone who, like, especially in reverse, like that could potentially be someone who would finesse you out of what you have, steal from you. But again, it just depends on your intentions. Like say for example, if you're dating someone with the intention of finessing them, like that's not a positive intention. Like, and for some of you, this person's friends could perceive you as having that intention. For some of you, okay? It's like, yeah, they kind of feel, I don't know if they feel like you're money oriented, like, or if wealth and appearance and, you know, stuff like that is important to you, maybe like superficial kind of materialistic things. I'm not saying you're superficial or anything like that, or blah blah blah, who cares, you know? But yeah, this person's friends, they feel like you are, you know, chasing their bag, honestly. So whether it be someone else's bag or you're trying to make your own, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I kind of feel like this person's friend's perspective is. So we have here angel. So for some of you, they could feel like you are quite sweet, maybe a little angelic, uh charming. Yeah, they feel like you are charming. They feel like you're a smooth talker. And for some of you, if you are a smooth talker, I know honestly, anytime I've met someone who's a smooth talker, they're a lying at POS, okay? But that's just me and my experiences. But that's just what I've realized, you know? And for some, maybe if you have, like, if this person's friends do perceive you as like a smooth talker, like you know what to say and stuff like that, that could possibly be a reason why they could perceive you as maybe a little bit manipulative, you know? I'm not saying that's who you know who you are, blah, blah, blah. Um, but yeah. So for some of you, this person's friends do think that you are quite wise. One moment. I am back. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so this person's friends could feel like you're quite wise, intelligent, um, yeah, quite sweet maybe as well. So we have here award. So for some of you, they do see you as someone who is maybe accomplished. I'm hearing like really good looking. So for some of you, you could be good looking as well. I need to clarify something actually. Okay, so this person's friends, they do feel like you're good looking. They also think that you're someone who likes to be adored and admired and kind of like, I don't know if it's looked at by people, like if like they think that you like attention. Like, I don't think it's even anything like that. I feel like this person's friends just think that you like to be recognized, you know, you like to be, I'm hearing accepted or praised, you know, like celebrated. I don't know. Are any of you Leos? Like, I don't know what's going on. um, I'm not saying that, you know, don't honestly, like, there's a million thoughts going on in my head, like, when I say something. So never, like, you know, try to assume anything that I'm saying because you're probably going to be wrong, you know? Honestly, when I say stuff, sometimes it's like there's a million things I'm thinking about. Um, yeah. But, anyways. So what do their friends think about you? So they could either feel like you have, you know, that you're quite successful, or you like to be, you know, seen. Or maybe if you have accomplished something big recently. I mean, it doesn't have to be big, but they could feel like you're someone who's quite accomplished also. So we have here silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. For some of you, maybe they feel like you're quite quiet. I don't know. Maybe sometimes you have those times where. Oh, okay, so for some of you, they feel like you do value your inner peace. Yeah. Yeah, for some of you, they do feel like you value your inner peace. I don't know if any of you like meditate or anything like that, or, you know, you kind of just do things to quiet in your mind, like whether that be yoga or meditating. I don't know. There's like a bunch of different stuff, like going for walks, exercising, gym. I don't know. But yeah, I'm hearing I'm hearing either silence or silent treatment. Like for some of you, they think that you give the silent treatment. For some of you, but it's like they see you as someone who they think in their perspective that you I'm hearing flirt and like really outgoing, bubbly. I'm hearing friendly also, you know. And finally, we have slow down to relax. Maybe you're someone that, it's like maybe you are a hustler, maybe you do, work, or I don't know, like, but there's like something about your balance, maybe you work like a lot, or it doesn't even have to be a lot, but whatever the case is for you. But it's like you also know when to slow down and kind of just pamper yourself. Like that's what I'm getting. Like I'm surprised the Nine of Pentacles didn't come out, to be honest. Like I feel like for this group, their friends could think that you pamper yourself, or you're someone who's like, when to chill out. Like it's like when to have fun, and you also know when to chill out, to take a break. So maybe you're someone who's extroverted, but at the same time you can be quite introverted. Like you still value your inner peace, your stuff like that. you know but yes, that is all I have for you, group 2. I hope it made sense for you, your situation, and I'm wishing you guys all the best on your journeys. Okay, so take care. Bye bye. Hey there, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this here rock, then this reading is for you, okay? So the person on your mind, what do their friends think about you? That's so funny. I don't know why. I didn't hear this for the last 2 parts, but I heard like if you even care. Like I feel for some of you, you may not even care what this person's friends think about you. You could just be here for the fun of it. I don't know, but that's just what I heard anyway. So yeah, what does this person's friends think about you? So we have Ace of Pentacles. Nice. I feel like we've had the Ace of Pentacles in every single reading today. Huh. Did we? I don't know if we had it for the first group, but yeah, interesting. 8 of Wands. Upright. Page of Pentacles. Reversed. Faith. Huh. So for some of you, there's person's friends that think they could possibly think that you don't have much faith in yourself, but they see you as someone. Okay, let me just get the cards out. So we have the 7 of Pentacles as well. They could feel like you're someone who's quite down to earth. We have the 2 of Swords reversed. Confused, confusion, impulsive. Okay, so the first message I'm actually getting is that this person's friends, they could think that there is, I don't know if this person's friends even, like, I don't know, maybe they don't know you that well. But for some of you, this person's friends, they do feel like you are quite unpredictable in some way. It's like they can't really put a finger on you, it's like when they feel like they've had like they've gained enough information to have a certain perspective on you, it's like they learn something else and it's just like, oh, let's go back to the drawing board. But not obviously not like that, but it's like maybe, yeah, you're unpredictable, so it's like they constantly change their perspective about you. Perhaps they see you making I want to say quick progress, or like making speedy changes in your life in some way. They could feel like you're quite successful as well, maybe like goal and career oriented. This Ace of Pentacles has been in every single reading today, so for some of you, they could feel like you're embracing a new start, embracing a fresh start. For some of you, they could feel like you are great at saving, like good money management. They could feel like you don't have enough faith in yourself though. It's like for some of you, I'm not gonna lie, they could potentially see you as lazy, but like I said, if this person's friends don't even know you that well, then who even cares, like who cares? Anyways. So yeah, for some of you, they could feel like you are quite down to earth. I'm hearing that I feel like for some of you, this is not even lazy when it comes to like maybe work, making money, or who gives a shit, like like career, But it's like, if you guys are really talented, like if you're like talented artists, musicians, bakers, but you're not pursuing that, then that could be why, that could, it's like they feel like you're so talented, but it's like you're not pursuing it. So for some of you, they could feel like you're maybe like procrastinators. This could be in general, or maybe like they could feel like you're not interested in their friend, or they could feel like this is like a certain level of disinterest, in regards to their friend, or it's like complicated energy I'm picking up. So for some of you, their friends think that either you're quite complicated, um, or that your connection with their friend is quite complicated. But they do feel like you are someone who is like a good opportunity, though. It's like they wouldn't say no. um, so yeah, it's like they feel like you're a good catch, a good investment. For others of you, though, their friends think that you are patient. I'm hearing, hmm, I feel like something here happened quite quickly. I don't adapt. Okay, so for some of you, this person's their friends, they think that you are good at adapting, or maybe you are someone who's able to kind of adapt to different places, different people. It's like you could really just, vibe with anyone, that kind of adaptable. And it's not even like you're being, dishonest, or, wearing a false mask, but it's like, yeah, this person's friends, they think you're adaptable. They maybe think that you've had to adapt in life, maybe, whatever it was. I'm hearing resources. So for some of you, they could feel like you have resources, or they kind of just see you as a really good resource, because they do feel like you are someone who is like kind of like a good opportunity. It's like, um, why wouldn't they invest in you, or why wouldn't they, it's like they have positive feelings towards you. But I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of getting a bit like mixed messages. Maybe it's like I feel like some days they feel like this, and then sometimes they feel like that. Sometimes they feel like maybe that you don't care, or that you're not interested. I feel like for some of you, though, this does have to do with appearance. Maybe maybe some days you dress a bit bummy, and some days you dress awesome. So I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting like they can't really put their finger on you. And it's like they kind of get, it's not like necessarily that they get mixed signals from you, but it's like maybe mixed vibes. It's like, I don't know, like, humans are dynamic creatures. So it's like, and some have more layers than others. So I don't know, maybe their friends just think you are someone who has a lot of layers. Interesting, like the rings in this tree. Yeah, but they feel like you are someone. It's like if they gave you a tenner, like you'll be able to kind of give them 50 back. Like they feel like you are maybe good with money, good at saving. Uh, I'm hearing for some of you, maybe even good at kind of living on a budget, but kind of still like making it work, you know? Uh, yeah, they feel like you're quite patient. Like there's like a lot of messages here about investment. I don't know, like maybe they think that you would be a good investment. I'm hearing patient, so I don't know if they're kind of telling their friend to be patient, or if they think that you're someone who's patient. I'm hearing like cautious. So for some of you, their friends do perceive you as a little cautious, maybe hesitant to make a decision as well. They could feel like I don't know if the person you're asking about, not the friends, but the actual person you're asking about, if you've been conflicted about them, and like kind of torn almost, then it's like maybe their friends see that kind of internal struggle, you know, that you may be kind of going through. Like they think that you've had to make hard decisions, maybe in your life in general, or in regards to your person, the person you're asking about. For some of you, though, this person's friends, they think that you're quite exhausted. Like, they feel like you're tired. Maybe you have a lot on your plate, you know? Maybe I'm hearing for some of you, like, they think that you don't have a lot of time for fun or a lot of time to just kind of focus on you. Like, that could be for different reasons. Maybe you study a lot. Maybe you have people you need to take care of. Maybe you work a lot. Shit, maybe you have depression. I don't know, okay? But for some reason, like, this person believes that you have so much potential, that you're very creative, very dynamic. But it's like you, for whatever reason, you don't get to pursue what's really important to you, what you're really passionate about, because like there's some sort of obstacle. You know, you may not even see it as an obstacle, but in their friend's perspective, they could potentially see that as an obstacle for you, you know. So it's like you've had to make tough decisions, like maybe even sacrifices in your life. And this person's friends, they think that, okay, they think that you've had to like you had to choose a tough path, you know. And maybe the other path wasn't easy either, but I don't know, they kind of, I want to say they see you as strong, you know. They see you as resilient, cautious as well. I'm even hearing protective for some of you. Like, they could feel like you are a protective kind of force, uh adaptable, dependable. They feel like you're stable. They feel like you're building stability. um But again, like, if you are working really hard and if you are building stability for yourself, they could feel like this is almost like a sacrifice. Like, you could be doing it for other people, you know? Um, so whether that be family, friends, cloud, I don't know. But yeah, they see you as a hard worker. They see you as smart. Um like you have a good head on your shoulders, you know? I'm hearing delicate. Like, I don't know why, but for some of you, they could feel like you're quite, even though they see you as resilient, they also feel like there's something vulnerable about you, you know? Like something that's almost delicate, like you could easily break. I don't know. Um, but yeah. But their friends are very confused about you though. It's like they don't really know what to think about you. Um, it's like their opinions of you are always changing, I believe. I feel like they think you're always changing as well. Maybe you're always switching up your style or something like that. Maybe some days you're super optimistic, other days you're quite subdued, perhaps. But it's like you have this dynamicness about you that their friends do acknowledge. Um, yeah. Let me see if there's any more messages we could get. Do you have any more messages from friends using these? But yeah, they feel like you're a genuine, good-hearted person. Imagine I thought I was recording this whole time. I literally finished your whole reading. I was like, peace and love, group free, good day, you know, and then I was about to, you know, turn it off. And unfortunately, it wasn't recording. It's so annoying. Ugh. Okay. So I don't even know where to even, you know, pick up or whatever. But yeah, they see you as someone who's a genuine kind of soul. But yeah, let's get out these cards. I'll try remember the order I did it in. Okay, so we have here box. Let me try remember what I was saying. I don't really remember, but let me just read it again, okay? So for you, group 3, this person could feel like you're kind of, it's like you have a lot below your surface. It's like they think there's so much more to you than maybe what you show the world. Like for some of you, they could feel like you have like some sort of secret power, but they feel like you're someone who's extremely talented, but you maybe just don't tell a lot of people about your talents or your gifts, you know. um like their friends are very confused about you. It's like they don't really know how to, like, that's what it is. It's like they don't know what box to put you in, you know. Like it's like they kind of want to, you know, they kind of want to define you, I feel like, but it's like they can't because you have so many layers. And maybe you're like, I'm in this box, no, I'm in this box, no, I'm in this box. I'm joking. No, I'm just being silly. But seriously, they feel like you, there's, it's like you, they feel like you're very powerful, but you don't show it, okay? Like, you know, kind of similar with this Page of Pentacles. They feel like you're good with money. This is random, but I feel like for some of you, you could like wear, I don't know if I've said this already, but like they could feel like you wear a lot of different cloaks, but each of those cloaks are still you. Like for some of you, maybe, you know, you could dress quite differently, but then on other days you can dress quite formally, and then other days you dress super like you know, bummy. Like when I say bummy, please don't take offense to it, because I'm all about the bummy vibes, you know. Anyways, um so yeah, they feel like it's like they want to know more about you. Their friends, they want to know more about you. It's like they can't really come to a conclusion about you yet, you know. um yeah, they feel like you're quite down to earth, chilled out. uh but yeah, they do feel like there's so much more to you than than how you're perceived, you know. We also have here sex, kiss, hug. I mean, when I was actually clarified this card before, when it wasn't recording, when I, you know, paused, played, and okay, anyways, okay. So this person's friends, they think that you kind of are currently on a journey of self-acceptance almost. They feel like you're on a journey of embracing your whole self, all parts of yourself. It's like there's so much different parts of you, and it's like their friends think that you're, you know, currently trying to like and like kind of mesh all of those parts of yourself together, you know. And yeah, they see you as someone who is facing and embracing all parts of yourself. They feel like you're currently on a journey of loving yourself. For some of you, their friends do find you attractive. For some of you, maybe their friends think about kissing you, or, you know, kind of being intimate with you. But yeah, they're very curious about you. They're very confused about you. They can't really put their finger on it, really, you know. We have follow in the footprints of greatness. So they do feel like you are kind of destined for some kind of success, or they kind of just feel like you are a person who deserves kind of like, you know, good shit in your life. And they kind of feel like you are currently on the path to, you know, achieving greatness for yourself. Or I'm hearing for some of you like powerful background. I don't know if any of you like have like, I don't know, successful parents, or I mean, I don't want to say successful parents because everyone deems success in, you know, different ways. But the message I'm getting is that for some of you, you could like, you know, yeah, successful parents, like, fuck it, like that's what I'm gonna say, okay? So for some of you, they could feel like you have like successful parents, or you come from like a line of successful people. I don't know, guys, but it's like they feel like you're following in those same footprints, you know, whether that is, you know, following your family's footprints and, you know, kind of stepping off into your own, you know, world of greatness, or whether that be, you know, you just, you know, walking a path that's leading you towards greatness. It's like, you know, it doesn't really matter what direction you want to take, but this person's friends, they do feel like you are they definitely feel like you have a good head on your shoulders, and you're, you know, you're face towards a good direction. Oh god, I am not the best at finding my words. So yeah, we also have do not be frustrated. So for some of you, they could feel like you're maybe a little bit shy. introverted. Maybe they feel like you kind of, appreciate, love, want your peace. It's like you're gonna let go of anything that doesn't, kind of feel good for you. Yeah, they could feel like you are someone who is either peaceful at heart, like I was saying this before. I was kind of going on and on about how this person's friends, they would trust you with their kids, they would trust you with their money. It's like you are a good person, you are a genuine person in this person's friend's perspective. They feel like you're super, I want to say cool, but I feel like for some of you they may not even know you that well to, really even have an assumption on you. But yeah, I feel like their friends think that you are someone who is quite peaceful, and that you like peace. you know and finally we have energy of love. So they could also feel like you kind of see the world through the energy of love, or they just feel like you do you know it's like I'm kind of, oh yeah, I was saying before that for some of you, they kind of feel like you're someone who's quite delicate. Like you could be super strong, like you could be, resilient, all that good-ish, like they do see you as resilient, they see you as patient, like someone who's, kind of just waiting for their right time to shine, to like jump out of the box and be like, I'm here, bitches. And I'm joking, but seriously, it's like they yeah, they see you as really resilient and kind of just waiting for your time to shine almost, They feel like you're someone who makes sacrifices. I remember I was saying all of this before. Yeah, so they see you as someone who makes sacrifices like for the greater good. But yeah, like you're someone that they would trust, with their valued possessions. Because they honestly, it's like when they look at you, they kind of just see, or if they've even seen you, but it's like they kind of just get this energy of love from you. They get a genuine energy from you. It's like, yo, I could like really trust this person. I'm not saying they're gonna like start throwing their kids and their money at you to like be like, hold this for me, I don't no, I don't feel like that's gonna happen, but they definitely feel like you have a unique perspective when it comes to the world, and like they feel like you're different, but it's like in a very beautiful way. Like they feel like you're so authentic and genuine. But anyways, that is all I have for you, group 3. I'm sorry this reading was a bit of a mess. It was probably more of a mess for me than it was for you guys, but I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys. Okay, so take care of yourselves. Bye bye.